Hi students, welcome back to Karthikesh Academy. So these are the next NCERT Polity class number 7th, chapters 1, that is equality in Indian democracy. So before going to understand the chapter 1, so what are the chapters in the NCERT 7th class? So these are the NCERT 7th class civics book, the unit 1 equality in Indian democracy. On equality we are going to discuss. The second unit, chapter 2 and chapter 3, the role of government in health sector and how the state government works. So this is an important mains question we are going to discuss about Ayushman Bharat mission that we are going to discuss. And third unit, growing up the boys as girls. So generally gender inequality we are going to discuss here. And the fifth chapter, women change the world. This might be an essay also, so the student has to focus in this chapter. Then chapter number 6, that is understanding media. So here media is social media or electronic media. What is the role of media on Indian democracy? What is the effect of media on citizens? That we are going to discuss, including paid media also we are going to discuss in this chapter. Understanding advertising, not much important. Market around us, it's okay, no need to worry about it, it's a small topic. And Asia in the market, so this is also a small topic. And struggles for equality. So ultimately this chapter is actually talking about equality. That is the basic idea of government, right? So let us start the topic. So this book actually aiming at different aspects. In this book we will read about how the issue of equality affects the various aspects of our daily lives in democratic India. So this NCERT chapter 1 will talk about what kind of equality that affects the various aspects of our daily lives. So this unit introduces the learner to the critical role of equality in democracy with specific reference to India. So actually the constitution guarantees the equalities to all the citizens. This unit adopts a different approaches. It discusses the need for equality through highlighting the inequalities that continue to be practiced and experienced by the various communities. And the government role in passing laws and instituting policies is discussed to show the commitment to the elimination of existing inequalities is a major part of the work that the government undertakes. That is, the basic idea of government is to make the equality between the people. That is by passing laws or instituting certain policies, right? Then the chapter also briefly introduced the issue of inequality in the United States of America to highlight that a global phenomena and is a feature of many democratic countries. That is the concept of inequality is not only just for India but also to the world. So he is taking an example of one lady who is sitting in the bus. You can see the images also. We are going to discuss the topic. So how the countries are approaching this one. And remember, equality and democracy are dynamic, not the static concept. That means it will changes by time to time. So this dynamism is reflected in the government passing of new laws and programs and in people's movements around various social and economic issues. So equal right to vote, universal adult franchise also discussed. One of the more common forms of inequality in India is the caste system. Yes, my dear students, we should have a specific understanding of caste system in India, why caste system and how it was originated and what is the effect of caste system. If you remember, in Aryan civilization, first time the caste system has been originated. So class system changed into caste system. So class is changed to caste. So what is the concept of Purusha Sukta that we are going to discuss in our subject matters. So in the chapter, Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer. He mentioned about how he has been treated by the teachers and his classmates when his school timings, right? So let us start. So finally, equality in democracy, Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal, sir. There is no difference between two individuals. This means that every individual in the country, including male, female, or persons from all the caste, religions, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. That's why if you read the fundamental rights of Indian Constitution from Article 14 to Article 18, right to equality. So this article is very, very important that we are going to complete in the classroom. But anyway, we are having some idea about it. And finally, but least in democratic India, the principle of equality for all the persons is recognized. Now let us go to the topic. Right? Yes, just wait. I'm just clearing this data. Very good. Right? So unit 1, see, there are, you can see the lot of images of the people who are standing in a line for casting their vote, though there belongs to different communities. So here he is explaining equality in Indian democracy. The same lines I have used here. So NCERT, whatever the words they are using, that linings are also important for your exam. Maybe you can try it. So the first chapter talks about like this only. So on equality, the key elements of a democratic government. In the previous chapter, that is in class number 6, we have discussed about there are eight kinds of elements of 8 key elements of a democratic government, in which equality and justice also is a major one. Resolution of conflict is there, people participation is there, and the key to the key features of a democratic. So in these images is explained about the various styles and various lives of these different people, but ultimately they are coming for equality at the time of voting rights. So equal right to vote is explaining about universal adult franchisee. Just you can go through the simple information, right. So wherever I am giving this kind of linings, so where you have to remember. See, here I have mentioned about Amrut scheme. So Atal Mission for Rejuvenation of Urban Transformation scheme. What is this? See, here he mentioned about, let us take a look at the day in her life. She lives in a slum area. See, when the people who are shifting from rural areas to urban areas, they used to stay in the slum areas, so, and has a drain behind their house. So because of that they are losing their health also. So Government of India, in smart city concept, they have introduced a concept called Amrut, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation of Urban Transformation scheme. This is specifically for the people who are living in slum areas. So providing of health facilities, drinking water, and if possible there is a house facility also. So I will talk about Amrut scheme later on, just we will move on. So there is nothing important here. They will just mention about the caste system and the minds of the highly educated urban Indians. They are mentioning about the even though the caste system you can observe in rural areas, but it is there in urban areas also, is mentioning like this, right? Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous writer. So in his autobiography, he mentioned about how he was he faced the atrocities or untouchability in the school, both from the teachers and his classmates. He explained like this. And the second story is basically when a couple came to city, when they wanted to take a house for at least for rent. Initially they want to take you, but by knowing their community, later they refused to give the house. So this is a kind of recently it is a general information where you can see that based on the vegetarians and non-vegetarians restraints, the houses will not be given. So you can just read it and you'll understand it. Nothing to worry. Very simple. Recognizing dignity. Yes, my dear student, this word dignity is very, very important. See, Article 21 talks about Article 21 of Indian Constitution. Article 21, right to life, right? This is a Article 21 talks about right to life. So right to life is not just a physical existing life, sir. It is a dignified life. So that is why Supreme Court in several cases extended the Article 21 into number of cases like a dignified life. So the women has a dignified life, the lower caste community has also dignified life. That's why don't see that if you try to disturb the respect of those people, then the dignity of that person is got erupted. So he's explaining what is the recognizing dignity. So different castes and different religions, what is the dignity. So you can see the images also. Right, equality in Indian democracy, the constitution recognizes every person as an equal. This means that every individual in the country, including the male, female persons from all the caste systems, are equal. That is the basic idea of constitution, right? Right. So here it is a parliament. You can see all the images. Here pillars are there actually. Right, sir? Because sir, my thing is I just want to go by line. It's just not simply speaking about this chapter talks about 4 points. Nothing like this. I just want to explain the entire NCERT book in the form in my pattern. So this is talks about how the Indian Constitution giving equality in Article 14, 15, 16 and including 19. So in the first, this recognition of equality includes some of the following provisions in the Constitution. First, that every person is equal before law. Equality before law, Article 14. So which means that every person from president of that country to domestic worker has obeyed the same laws. That is, everybody equal before the law, Article 14. Then second, no person can be discriminated against on the basis of religion, race, caste, etc., etc. That is, Article 15 talks about 5 kinds of discriminations. No person, see, నేను కొంచెం స్పీడ్గా యూస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాను, ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్, because already though we have done this topic in our classroom, but NCERTs are school books, so I'm going very slowly, just understand the importance of this. If you are getting some doubts, just pause it and revise it. Okay. Then third, every person has access to all the public places including the playgrounds. And fourth one is, that is Article 17, untouchability has been abolished. So Article 17, untouchability has been abolished. This is not a self-executing law, the government has to make certain laws on it. So that's why here the importance I have mentioned here. See, the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989. This is the most important act done by the Parliament in 1989. Whoever practicing the atrocities on SCs and STs, they will be punished. So this is very important, sir. We are going to discuss in the polity. So please read this one and we are moving further. So the basic idea of this one, what important words, terminology we have to remember, that I am discussing here. The two ways in which the government has tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the Constitution, first through the laws and second through the government programs and schemes to help the disadvantaged communities, right? Sir, I like this topic where this page is especially very, very, very important. Why? Because in 2015 there are two main questions came from this topic. See, the image is very simple, but you will definitely surprise and appreciate my context in here. See, based on the several schemes to improve the lives of communities and individuals who have been treated unequal for several centuries, these schemes are to ensure greater opportunity for the people who have not had in this the past. That means, if you see the concept of reservations to providing for lower communities, lower caste and lower communities, so to give better opportunity to mingle with the society. So here there is a concept called midday meal scheme. It is a government initiative. This is the first step in Tamil Nadu, the children with cooked lunch. That is, government providing midday meals to the elementary schools. Tamil Nadu was the first state in India to introduce this scheme in 2001. The Supreme Court asked all the state governments to begin this program, has had mainly positive effects. Extraordinary importance information is this, sir. So I can tell you Millennium Developmental Goals, MDG, Millennium Developmental Goals 2005 to 2015. There are 8 goals are there, sir. Remember this word, Millennium Developmental Goals from 2005 to 2015. And later Sustainable Developmental Goals. This is also important, 17 goals are there. This is 17 goals and this is 8 goals are there. So this is from 2015 to 2030, right? But the idea is, in Millennium Developmental Goals, out of 8 goals, the first goal is education, sir, primary education. So out of 8 goals, India is so successful in providing a primary education. So, but here there is a 10 marks question. Entry of primary education successful, but dropouts are there. So the government is confused how to reduce the dropouts, how to stop the dropouts. So in 2005 also, still then this midday meal scheme is so successful because, see sir, there are a lot of people who are unable to provide even 2 meals per day. So the poorest of the poor people, they are not affordable to provide 2 meals per day to the children. So that is why at least the midday meal scheme is helped a lot to the children to coming to the schools. This has drastically increased the enrollment in the schools. This is they have explained here. Their mothers who earlier had to interrupt their work to feed the children at home during the day, now there is no longer to need to do so. The program also helped to reduce the caste system prejudices, because both they have to sit in the school together, they have to eat the meal together. So obviously this is one of the important topic, right sir? Super sir, super. Then second is, see, there is a mains questions like this. You will be confused. I'll tell you, you will be surprised. Generally, when you read the NCERT, you will understand what is in the material. But the UPSC and APPSC, they are asking beyond the limits of the materials. See, in 2015, there is an ethics question like this. We'll read this ethics question. Yeah. So, you are a Sarpanch of Panchayats. Let us focus here at least for 5 minutes so that you will understand. You are a Sarpanch of Panchayat. There is a primary school run by the government in your location. Midday meals are provided to the children attending the school. The headmaster has now appointed a new cook in the school to prepare the meals. Fine, no problem. Up to here is okay. However, when it is found that the cook is from Dalit community, remember, the cook is from Dalit community, almost the attendance in that school falls sharply. Why? Because the upper caste people, they stopped sending their children to the school. See, to the higher caste are not allowed to take the meals by their parents. Consequently, the attendance in the schools falls sharply. This could result in the possibility of discontinuation of midday meal scheme. See, we thought something, but it was shown something. So thereafter, teaching staff and subsequent losing the ultimately the down the school. So he's asking two things. So discuss the same feasible strategies to overcome the conflicts and create a high ambience. What should be the responsibilities of different social segments and agencies to create a positive social ambience for accepting such changes? So I made a model answer on this one. I'm going to send it in WhatsApp. Just read it once until you understand. Then if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Right, sir? This is one important mains questions here. I observed it. And definitely one more question is also there. That is about the midday meal scheme also, sir. So another question also on the same midday meal scheme. So what is the midday meals program? Can you list different beneficiary program? Fine. So how do you think this program might help to promote the greater equality? Fine. So the same thing we have explained here. It reduces the caste prejudices because of both lower and upper caste children sit in the same school and eat the same meal together. So this is one of the question, and also midday meal scheme and other questions are there. Right, sir? Same here information is fine. Then you know very well Dr. B.R. Ambedkar belongs to lower caste, that is Mahar community. He is the first person, he is the father of Indian Constitution, who explained about the concept of discrimination, how it is cruel and how it is so affected the lower communities. So he has explained about all the things here. Just read once, nothing to worry. And issues with the equality in democratic countries. See, in United States of America, they have taken one case studies. See, the women is staying before this thing, and this is the upper class. So what is this case? The Rosa Parks was an African American woman. So tired from long day, and she refused to give up her seat. That means here, if you see this reading, in United States of America, the African American whose ancestors were the slaves who were brought over from Africa continue to describe their lives today as largely unequal, because their extremely African Americans were treated extremely unequally in the United States, and they denied equal to the laws. When they're traveling in a bus, they either to sit back of the bus or get up from their seat whenever a white person wished it. So you can imagine if the same situation if we face in India, so what kind of things we have to write, I don't know. But see, so the same situations in 1950s are there. So before independence also we have seen certain things. So the Rosa Parks was an African woman. She is refused to sit in the back side of the bus. So that's why in December 1st, 1955, her refusal that day started a huge agitation against the unequal ways in which African Americans were treated, and which came to known as civil rights movement. Get my point, sir? So the Civil Rights Act prohibited 1964 prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, religion, or national origin. So Rosa Parks is an important note that you have to remember. So rights, this is Article 15. So at the prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, and place of birth, there are 5 discriminations they have mentioned. That is, state should not discriminate any two individual or citizens only on the basis of these 5 things. Maybe apart from 5, the government may use another one, but not exactly by 5 one. Right? So this is important. Then challenges of democracy. So the same thing. Challenges also they have mentioned very few. This is the Disability Act in 1955. They have given some information. That's it. Right, my dear student. Important topics. Please read it once, and all the best.